This is going to sound so stupid, but drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes is actually good for you. No matter what people say online, those things are actually good for you if you are in business of those things. If you have cigarette company or an alcohol business, then those things are actually good for you. But if you are trying to build a sharp mind, a business, or become a peak performer, then those things are just gonna destroy you because they are not good or bad, they are just misaligned. And most people won't even get the point I'm trying to make in here. So, I'm gonna talk about some of my experience and why I'm even saying this. See, when I was working for my business, I was actually working to become a bodybuilder, not like a business. See, I was totally fat. I was trying to get lean, and my diet and everything was according to it. It was really hard for me to actually get results in my business because I used to work out and feel completely drained after that because I was in this calorie deficit all the time. And this led me to not being able to work. And I was just thinking, okay, it's a discipline problem. But to be brutally honest, I was wrong at that time. It wasn't a discipline problem. It was actually that I am just not aligning towards my goal. Like, my goal is to build a business. So if we compare, like, if my goal is to build a business, then the way I should be eating is not like I'm getting lean. I should be actually optimizing for energy. I should be optimizing for removing brain fog. And it took me a while to realize that my body was adapting perfectly, but just the wrong way, like the wrong goal. And this is where it clicked for me when I started to realize that it's not actually about what you are doing. It's not actually about like copy and pasting of what people or of people what you look online. Like, I have tried 3 hour morning ritual and it didn't work for me, to be honest. It just came down towards like where in morning I'll just go in front of in like my terrace, and that's it. That's my like morning ritual. To get in front of my desk, I will go to terrace and I will just come back, drink water and get to work. That's like a ritual. But one thing which I've seen people doing, people will eat like bodybuilders, sleep like people with no mission, train like athletes, do 3 hour morning routine like monks, and then try to build business so they are pulled in four directions. All those things have different goals. You can't actually achieve your main objective, like your primary objective. In its name, it's like primary because there is nothing like you can't have like two primary goals. You can only have one primary goal. And different goal means different distraction. You are putting your mental energy to like 10 different things, and you won't be able to move the needle which requires the most of the attention at that point of your life. And people call it motivation problem. Like, it's not. It's just you are distracted in many directions. The main problem is not that you are not working towards your goal, you are not ambitious. The main goal is stop trying to work or like have multiple goals when your main goal is should could be just to make 10 grand a month monthly, or even become a bodybuilder. If that's your goal, then you should be optimizing everything for your growth. But you could ask me like, Ash, but how could I actually do that? Like, there are so many variables. That is where exactly I was few years back. And I kind of figured this out. Like, to be honest, basically there are only four pillars that you need to take care of to actually move forward. And those four pillars are like your basic pillars which actually give you a standpoint of your goal. Like, you are actually moving forward towards, it's like supporting you rather than being distracted. So if I would have to name those four pillars, it could be, first of all, your mindset, second your diet, third your exercise, fourth your sleep. So these four pillars decide your everyday momentum, because every day you have to work towards your goal. And if these four things are not in structure, then you are going to fail. You are going to go in multiple directions you haven't even thought of. You are thinking that you are being productive and disciplined, but discipline without direction doesn't build success. It builds very efficient suffering. So the way it kind of works is, so I will put a diagram over here so that you could see and I could explain it much better. The way it kind of works is that at top you have your main goal, then all these four things align to it. For example, if your goal is to make $10,000 monthly, then you should sleep and take a rest like 6 to 8 hours. That's it. Like, not more, not less. If you will sleep less, you will feel exhausted and not refreshed. If you sleep more, you will feel like shaggy and lazy. Then when it comes to diet, you can't eat like a bodybuilder. Okay, like people who go to gym, they realize like if you are cutting or bulking, you have to increase or decrease your calories in deficit or like in surplus. So that requires calculation and all. But to be honest, when you have to work, you need like mental clarity. You need that you aren't in brain fog. When you try to work, you have that mental clarity because you have to think, you have to execute, you have to take action. So for that, if you are eating too much, you are giving pressure to your stomach, your digestive systems, and it just gonna fuck you up. And that is where most people are, basically. That is where most people are, because when it comes to like even exercising, they are training way too hard in the gym. When it's like grind season, of course you can train, you can have like those season where you are focused on your bodybuilding. But if you are just focused on building muscles, and when it comes to really progress towards your goal you are not, then that's actually not a good sign. Because at the end of the day, you have to decide what goals you have. Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Then fine, train hard. If you want to build a business, but then that's not a good way to do it. Then coming up to the next point, it gonna be mindset. And I know most people shit about it, like mindset stuff. Most people kind of ignores it. But if we eat shit, okay, it reflects. If we consume like stupid brain rot things, it reflects on the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you do things. In the exact same way, like a professional athlete, if you see in that sense, a professional athlete has to be strict in his diet to perform. So imagine if he is eating every day outside, burgers and junk all. Do you think he would be able to perform? Absolutely not. Like, isn't it obvious? So that is exactly what's going on. As Alex Hamosi says, that you need to be reminded more than you need to be taught. And it's such a good line that it blows my mind that people are trying to learn things, are trying to grow, but they are learning, but they are forgetting what they have learned in past. So they are in this constant loop of not moving forward, which is not a good way to grow. Like, you are just going to overthink every decision because you are just dumped with so much of information in this internet. Because it's free, like if paid also, there is like communities you can join and buy course and learn a lot of things, and from 10 different people you will hear like 10 different advice. And the good fact is every advice work is just what works for you. But not going to another topic, I just want to talk about this, that if you have to reach your goal, you have to align all these four pillars to your goals so that you could actually see some progress. Because otherwise you will be just moving in four directions, uh, and just be feeling exhausted, not clarity of mind, and just tired. Just want to say that, just wanted to make this quick video about this. So yeah, if you're someone who is tired and wants some guidance, you can DM me on Instagram at peakmanash. Other than, if this video helped or give you some insight, then please like, subscribe, and share with someone who might also need this. Until then, let's see you in the another one. Bye.